Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the week of the 31st. This was already up, right? Why have I done like 9 readings and none of them was showing this? I'm gonna take it. Alright, let's see what's going on for you guys. As I was saying, this is for the week of the 31st to the 6th of August. So, well, this is fitting in perfectly for you guys. Beautiful. Oh, there's so much like happiness, but it's not just like having fun happiness like I just portrayed there, but it's more of a sense of like peace, like that moment where you're actually grateful. That's what it is. When you're just sitting there just looking at things and you just have this beautiful feeling inside where you're like, I'm exactly where I need to be. This is a feeling that's coming up for you guys, which is beautiful. So something is going to be revisited only because on the bottom of the deck you do have unfinished symphony. So if something is not closed out or if something did not end in the way that it needed to, unfinished symphony, maybe something is going to be relooked at to be perfected. Maybe something is going to be closed out finally this time. Instead of there being a lack of closure, you now have closure, whatever it may be. You could be going back to an old project and finishing it, and now this could lead to some sort of success for some, okay? Or maybe you tried to do something once already, didn't quite work out, wasn't the right time for it, and now it's being revisited. Same with relationships, I will pull more cards out, but that being said, I'm just going to go straight into the oracle though, because the first card you have, Sagittarius, is regeneration. We love this. You're being removed from any negativity that's around you. You're protected like this tree is, as you can see, wrapped in ribbon. All right, you're an old soul, been here many lifetimes, Sagittarius. For those I'm speaking to, the thing is about you is that you do absorb your environment. So you may have noticed if you've been around quite low negative people, it rubs off on you. You become quite low vibe and negative, and it takes a while to catch on to it. Like, why am I being like this? It's because of your environment. So if you've been experiencing things like that and feeling low, feeling off, feeling tired, feeling like something's not quite right, it's because your environment needs changing. Whether it's your location, whether it's your workplace, whether it's what you're surrounded by, maybe you need to get out a bit more. If you're quite closed in, or maybe you need to surround yourself with new people, even if they're like on your online companions or like groups, communities. I feel like changing up the environment will be very good for you. Some of you may have been pulled away from something recently that just was not good for you. That's why regeneration comes in. It's because you're protected. So what happens is the universe pulls you out, this white light pulls you out of the ground and puts you somewhere else because your environment is becoming toxic. So sometimes we're unaware of it and we're like, why is my life always changing? It's because something served its purpose, served its time, and this will just ruin the progress that you've made in your life if you stayed that. All right. So with regeneration, you now have new life, so it fits perfectly. That card was meant for you this week, which is you kind of rebirthing yourself. If you've been in a bit of a hibernation, there's nothing wrong with that. You're kind of breaking free from your egg around this time and being born again is what's coming through, which is very close message to what the other one was saying. It's like a phoenix rising coming up for you, Sagittarius. So you're entering a new life. All right, you're being born again, you're gaining your wings, and then you have deep knowing. So this is that element of like gratitude. I feel like you're entering a phase that you have prayed for. You're getting something that you've prayed for, because this is where I got that content, like very grateful energy. But let's clarify and pull some cards out and see what that really is. Something may be happening that you knew was always going to happen, you just didn't know when or how or what. Or whether you just really know deep down that the universe has got your back now because of something happening. So let's see. Overall energy, please. Sagittarius, you're the first one to come up in your own energy with temperance here. Rest, peace, all right, patience, rebalancing yourself, taking a pit stop. All right, again, if you've needed to rest, I think this is really good because this is where you're being reborn. With temperance, as you can see, there is that light at the end of the path here, which represents reaching your goal, reaching success. And sometimes we can be in such we can find it very hard to turn off because I have a goal, I need to get to this. If I don't get to this on time, then that's it. Like I'm going to miss my chance, or We can work ourselves into the ground sometimes, Sagittarius. So this is saying that sometimes we need a pit stop before we overwork ourselves or burn ourselves out. So you might be called to take a bit of a vacation, maybe called to take a break. Your body might be saying for that. All right, you're the Magician and the Six of Wands. You taking some kind of time out to get yourself rebalanced again is going to bring in some sort of success and goals. All right, Six of Wands is gaining attention, recognition, coming out the wall successfully. All right, and with an audience at times. The Magician is again manifesting that outcome. So you guys are in your manifesting energy. It will be successful. And with that being said, you also have the artist, which is exactly that, is painting a vision, being creative when it comes down to your goals. What do you want? Visualize it, write it down like this artist is doing. Like picture yourself in that world that you're creating for yourself, because the artist says that you are the creator of your reality. You get to decide what the world looks like around you. Of course, not everything, but it's what you focus on. And if you're focusing on a future where you're prosperous and successful, whatever that means to you, then you're more likely going to achieve that and accept opportunities that come in and attract opportunities that come in. So be very mindful. What you are surrounded by at this time is really going to make a difference to you. And it seems like a lot of success. So regeneration is being clarified by justice. All right, so some of you, there may have been a very unjust situation that you were pulled away from, something that was out of balance, out of whack. Some of the words coming up, it may have been a very difficult contract. Some of you, there may have been some legal situations. You will be gaining success. Anything that has been unjust, as you can see in the justice card, the sword is down, which represents maybe someone not speaking or not being honest. The sword is now up. All right, you're now having this new beginning of truth, of clarity, of justice. All right. A new life. Again, another Sagittarius card coming through for you. New life is being clarified by this beautiful, ambitious, courageous energy, seeking adventure, seeking new knowledge, new experiences. So it doesn't surprise me if you go into this hibernation, find some sort of enlightenment, find some sort of balance in your life, because that's what the justice card could mean. Maybe you're finding forgiveness deep down, you're finding something that sets you free, gives you some epiphany or truth, or you could be hearing the truth, and this is where you suddenly just become a lot more ambitious and a lot more energy comes in. Again, you could be wanting to learn new things. You have the Queen of Swords coming through. Okay, some of you could be like, she's very good with her words, and we have the Page of Wands here. So some of you guys could put yourself in a position where you're speaking a lot more actively. All right, sticking with the facts a lot more. We have the Eight of Cups. Some of you might be very honest with yourself. What's interesting is it kind of feels like these cards are a little bit backwards here, because it almost feels like with this combination that this truth that you go through, or this hard time that you go through, is what tells you, okay, like, I don't want to be in a place where I'm unhappy. So maybe this epiphany with this regeneration card is actually you're making an active decision that this is not right for me. Because of that, you're leaving something that feels unfulfilling, placing a boundary, putting yourself in a very difficult situation actually, but you come out the other side of it very different. Is what it feels like. Deep knowing is being clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So you may have known that something needed to be let go of, like something needed to be surrendered at this time, because Four of Pentacles is out of fear. We hold on to things that are valuable, whether it's money, especially if you've grown up in like very scarce, poverty or whatever. Like if you've grown up with struggles of money, then your first reaction to it is to hold on. If I lose this, I'm going to go through what my family went through. I'm going to go through what I did go through back then. But if you just trust a little bit, you loosen up, then you're open to more coming in, even if some leaves. You see what I'm saying? Whereas if you're holding on to it and it gets ripped from you anyways, because maybe it's just part of what the universe wants or needs to happen, then we are devastated. Like, how can this happen to me? Then we get worse, then we become even more like closed off. So they're kind of asking you to surrender a little bit. But deep down, you knew that. The Devil, All right, the devil's a liar. It's trying to trick you here into being fearful, holding on. You know, it's represented by chains, negative thinking, negative ways of being, old conditioning, maybe even people. We have 7 of Wands, so despite the temptation, despite the odds, despite the things that are coming up and trying it with you, I really do believe that you are able to counteract whatever this devil energy is doing. But you can see right through this, whether it's people, situations, like I don't think you're going to let it bring you down, which is amazing. Okay, and one more. One more is this beautiful energy ruled by Jupiter, by the way, which again is to do with Sagittarius. So you're in your element, you are exactly where you need to be, and you will realize that this week. Wheel of Fortune is saying fortune is coming your way. The wheel is turning in your favor. Things have not been going away for a little while. Things have been a bit stuck. Things have been a bit stagnant. But now that you're open for change, that's when this new beginning is coming through. Alrighty, your keyword for the day is grief, and dealing with grief. And the affirmation here is, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. All right, and some tea leaf tarot for you, some random messages. Oh, interesting. We have Cain. Pay attention to your health. As I said, we don't want to burn out, otherwise it does show up in your body. We have End, work, achievement, success. You are going to be successful, whatever. Just make sure you pay attention to your health first. Take the time out. Again, sometimes this is what we do, is like, but I have to work and I have to do this. I have to hold on to this money. I need to get it. And in a way we sacrifice our health for it, which I understand. Sometimes we got to pay the bills, you know, and I get it. This is saying that trust in the universe, that things will work out when they need to. You are more important than your landlord, or I don't know, the bank being paid. You see what I'm saying? And unfortunately in this life, or what it seems like, and this is the fear that they try to embed in you, so if you don't do this, then that's it. Your whole life is going to go to crap because you didn't pay something in time. So yeah, sacrifice your health. It's so horrible, isn't it? Well, anyway, put yourself first and see what happens. You start to go into the favor of belief and the universe, and things do transpire in your favor eventually. So don't you worry. All right, put yourself first. We do have a two-faced friend coming in. It could be pertaining to this dark man here. Dealing with a relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So pay attention to that, Sagittarius. We also have dark woman here. Dealings with a woman with dark complexion or hair. An older woman dealing or relationship with an older woman, and these two came through with marriage. All right, so it could be same-sex marriage here, or you could be discovering that somebody is married, or maybe you're getting married. Who knows? I don't know. You could be hearing about somebody's marriage at this time. But anyway, Sagittarius, I love you guys. I really do wish you all the best, and I hope you have an incredible week. Things are looking up for you. Things are changing, which is incredible. And if you have been going through any kind of grief, then my condolences to you, my angels. Wish you all the best, everybody. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right.